Hey everybody, Carl with C3 here. You know what? Our own Mike Costa with Concept 3 TV caught up with a couple of great kids, McGuire and Jimmy Kane, with Adrenaline Martial Arts.
What would you say you love the most about martial arts?
I think it's got to be just the limitlessness of it. You can take it in a million different directions. It's not like a single achievement or anything that you just accomplish. It really becomes part of your life, and it's really a way of life almost, you know?
Can you remember when you first became interested in martial arts?
I came out the womb kicking. Both of my parents have owned a martial arts studio for over 40 years, so quite literally since I was a baby, I've been in martial arts studio. So almost didn't have a choice. But.
Okay. Exactly. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Do you have, or can you narrow down to your favorite martial arts movie? And I can only name one, so you're the master here.
It's one of those things where the one everyone knows is also the best one, so it's got to be Enter the Dragon, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But what I love about martial arts in the movies and how much they've intertwined since really the 80s is even movies that aren't necessarily martial arts movies have so much martial arts influence. You look at something like The Raid. That is straight up an action film, but the martial arts influence is so apparent in that film. You can look at the Marvel movies today, John Wick, you see the martial arts in everything these days, and it's really cool as a martial arts practitioner to see that and really be able to understand that influence in entertainment.
When you take the 30,000-foot view of Adrenaline, what sets it apart from all the other martial arts brands?
I think the biggest thing is we're not afraid of change. Of course, you've seen what like the UFC, One Championship have done on the combative side. No one has had that level of ingenuity for the performance side of martial arts, the artistic side of martial arts, and that's really where we thrive. We're an action sport at the end of the day. We are not doing the traditional stuff, and while that has been there since the beginning, we really focus on the performance action side of it, which just no one has taken to that next level.
How has the relationship been with Karl Kamb of Concept 3, and how did the relationship come about?
He is one of our biggest supporters. So his son is a huge fan of Adrenaline, has been doing Adrenaline events since, he's been doing martial arts. And it kind of just came, it's a really small world in martial arts. So once we met them and their family, they saw where we were taking it and wanted to essentially be a part of that and support us and really just believe in the vision of what we're doing.
The Adrenaline World Championships are coming up.
Yes, sir.
What are you looking forward to the most? This is a huge event.
Yeah. For me, some of the highlights are always the tension going into the event. What we do is we do head-to-head matchups. So it's not a bracket. You don't necessarily, who you're competing against going into the match. Seeing those athlete interactions in the days leading up to the event is always a favorite of mine. You see who's a little timid, who's trying to, be a little Conor McGregor or whatever it is, right? But to me, just to see what happens. And we always say the really fun part about our sport is anything can happen, and it leads to several oh my God moments, and you never know when they're going to happen. So just that anticipation that, the hairs on your neck stand up throughout the whole show, and when it happens, everyone in the room goes crazy. And that's always my favorite part.
And there's a lot of people that are going to be able to sense that you never know what happens because of CBS. Talk about how did this deal with CBS come apart?
Yeah, this has been in the works since we started Adrenaline. We have always known the goal of this sport and the goal we have for this sport is to take it to a mainstream level, right? And to put it in front of the public eye, get as many eyeballs on this thing as possible. So we've been filming our events professionally since 2017. And through an accumulation of just really upgrading every single time, every single production level, by the time after COVID and people are just craving live sports, and now new sports are really hot. You see what's happening with pickleball, you see what's happening now with F1, Drive to Survive. New sports are really hot, and kind of the non-traditional sports are really hot too. So I think a mixture of that and just building relationships over the years, having that ability to have someone connect us with the right person at CBS, it was kind of a no-brainer at the end of the day.
Well, I know that everybody at Concept 3 is so excited to be affiliated with you and Adrenaline and what it means to so many people. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you.